Bonjour. Hello everyone. Now let's learn about the verb être. So être is an irregular French verb. When I want to say irregular, it means you need to check the video on the regular French verbs. So French verbs endings are normally er ending, ir ending, and re ending verbs. So there are certain verbs which are regular verbs which follows some pattern, means which are easy to remember. The conjugations are easy to remember, like you did supple verb. In the supply verbs, the endings were fixed and the beginning is from the main verb itself. This is what I mean in short, the regular verbs. But you must check the video on the regular verbs when I to know to know more details. You need to check the regular verbs. Well, in this session, let's concentrate on the être verb, which means to be. It follows an irregular pattern. Means the main verb is être, which means to be, but with the subject pronouns the spellings are totally changed. It means you will find many versions of are. Means with you are, with they are, the spellings are different. So are is not are. So this is confusing. Anyway, let's look at into the details. So the verb être is an irregular verb. Its conjugation does not follow a pattern. The form être is called. Now let's look at the conjugation of the verb être. With I, it is a je suis, right? Means with je, it is a je suis, which means I am. With tu, it is tu a, which is es. If you look at the spellings, tu a, you are. So the je suis, I am, tu a. So es is pronounced as a. So tu a. Il est, he is. Elle est, she is. So il est, elle est. Nous sommes, vous êtes. Ils sont, elles sont. So this is how it goes. So je suis, tu es, then il est, elle est, and then there is another version is on est, on. The another subject on, which we missed in the previous session. On is the another subject, which is actually the informal version of, but the conjugation is the same as we use for il and elle. So il est is he is, elle est is she is, and on est is one is, right? Fine. Third person, unknown person. Now, nous sommes is we are. Nous sommes. So here, see, with no subject, the version of are, the English version are, the spelling is changed. We cannot write like we have written with vous êtes. So here, nous sommes, this is something which you have to memorize. You don't have any option for this. Just spend some more time on this because, as I said, it's a backbone of French, and you will realize this verb is part of many tenses to learn in the future. For example, in the past tense, when you will do past tense, you will know that why I am talking about this verb être as an important one. Anyway, let's start from the beginning now. Je suis, tu es, il est. So with il, he is, the spelling is est, but the pronunciation stays the same. With tu, it is tu a. With il, also il a, l a. Fine. So you should not pronounce it as est, il est, or ls. No, it is il a, l a. Nous sommes, vous êtes, ils sont, elles sont. Remember, here when I say ils sont and elles sont, I'm not pronouncing the s of il plural like I explained you. The s is silent, but I'm pronouncing the s of sont. So ils sont, elles sont. The moment I say il est, it is he is, and if I say ils sont, it becomes they are. Elle est, she is, elles sont, they are. I'm sure you got it, but still we need more practice. So let's practice more. So je suis, tu, yes, continue. Tu es, il est, elle est, on est, nous sommes, we are, vous êtes, you are, formal version of you are, vous êtes, ils sont, and elles sont. What does it mean? Tell me, what does it mean? Ils sont, they are, and elles sont, again, they are for girls. So that's the difference. If there is a mixed people, right, in a group, boys and girls together, males and females together, we will say il version only. Elle is only referred to group of females, right? So remember, so il is the neutral gender, elle is only, elle is used when we refer to the group of females. So ils sont, elles sont. Now let's look at some examples. For example, vous êtes à Paris. You are in Paris. Why are is used? That's a preposition. We will go into the details of that, where to use the prepositions. Anyway, just remember that with cities, you will use the preposition a with an accent. We will pronounce this word as a. whenever you see A with an accent or maybe A as a separate, this is pronounced as A only. So vous êtes à Paris, it means you are in Paris. If I need to ask someone that are you Mr. whatever is the name, I need to verify. Then also I can say vous êtes Monsieur, vous êtes Monsieur Ashok, vous êtes Monsieur John, vous êtes Monsieur Keshav, right? Similarly, I can also say vous êtes Madame, you Monsieur, Madame. Monsieur is Mr., Madame is Madam. So remember these two words now, Monsieur and Madame. Monsieur is used for Mr. and Sir. Remember, Monsieur, the word Monsieur. And the short form of writing Monsieur is M dot. That's how we write. In English, we say MR dot Mr. But in French, we write just M dot, Monsieur. Similarly, the short form of Madame is MME and dot, Madame. Fine? But in French, like you write for, in English, you write Mrs. But in French, it is just MME, Madame. You got it? So, Madame Valerie, for example. Madame Rashmi. It can be any. Fine. So, Madame. So, these are two examples for using the verb. Now, être is also used with the nouns. It can also be used with the nouns. For example, I want to say this is a phone. I can say c'est un téléphone. C'est is the expression. C apostrophe est. It becomes this is. Remember, this is another important word. C'est. It means this is. And un is it's an indefinite article. Do check the video on the articles to know more about the articles. But as of now, stick to this because we are learning verb être, and there are certain examples you should know. So, c'est un téléphone, it's a phone. This is a phone, right? That's a phone, right? So, un, whenever you see the word un, it means a. Similarly, the plural version of this is in French is ce sont. Like the plural, like we did, he is, il est, and the plural version is ils sont. He is, they are. Similarly, the singular version is c'est, and the plural version is ce sont. C'est is this is, ce sont is these are. Fine. So, c'est un téléphone, ce sont, and the plural version of un is they. Un means a, and if I need to say some, it becomes they. So, ce sont they. And then if I say, for example, photos, ce sont des photos. If I need to tell anybody's name, I can simply say say. For example, say Anna, say Ashok. So, these are few examples. You should check them out, or you can frame your own sentences for the verb être. This is very, very important. Now, look at few more examples. Let's say there is a word for library in French, la bibliothèque. That's the word for library, la bibliothèque. And I would say, elle est moderne. It is modern. Elle est moderne. La bibliothèque, elle est moderne. Similarly, voilà Monsieur Richard. Voilà means here is, right? Voilà Monsieur Richard, and I want to introduce him and I want to tell about his profession. I will say, il est professeur. Voilà Monsieur Richard, il est professeur. He is professor. Or I can say, voilà Madame Valerie, elle est professor. She is professor. So these are few examples which you must understand. Now let's look at one exercise for you. Let's fill up this exercise. So these are few blanks. You need to fill these blanks using the verb être. So the first blank is je suis ici, which means I am here. Another is il. With il, what part of the être verb you will use? With il plurial, this is they are. So ils ont intelligent. They are intelligent. Similarly with tu es étudiante. You are student. Tu es étudiante. You are student. If you need to say you are student, informal version, tu es étudiant. We, and then there is a blank, and then it's Quebec. Quebec is a province in Canada. You know that. It's a French-speaking province. So we are in Quebec. So nous, what will be the word? Nous sommes à Québec. Nous sommes à Québec. Then vous êtes Madame Lacroix. That's the name. Madame. See, look at the short form of Madame. It's written MME, and then the name of the person. So vous êtes Madame Lacroix. I am asking the name. Vous êtes, are you? Right? Yeah. Then the question mark is there. So it automatically becomes a question. Then Marie. Instead of L here, the name is used. The conjugation of the L version will come. Whenever the name is used, you will use the conjugation of il or L. So, Marie est chanteuse, it means, the sentence means Marie is singer. So, you will use, instead of LA, you can say Marie est or LA chanteuse. I'm sure you've got the idea. You can take these notes and just revise. Keep doing it, keep learning. Now, the next target is verb avoir. Do watch that verb again. It's very, very important. Take care. Au revoir. What is au revoir? Yes, bye. Au revoir.